What's up YouTube, this is Joe from Zephyr Wargames and I'm bringing to you guys a profile on a build of Nordics that I see quite a lot now on YouTube, and that is Metaphys Nordics. Now I also thought of this combo before I started taking a look on YouTube, as I do, just to see what other people are coming up with for the same kind of variant. Yeah. It's a very interesting combo and a very strong combo at that. The Nordic link really helps the Metaphys unclog their hands with high level Metaphys, because in traditional Metaphys you have to use your as Metaphys to banish one to then get the effects off next turn. But with the Nordic link you can banish 2 or even 3 Metaphys from your hand, summon your Nordic god, pass turn to your opponent. You've got yourself a big, strong, untargetable, near indestructible god, and a link monster pointing to it. And you're also resolving your Metaphys monsters, whether it's further searches, summons to the field, disruptions, adds to the hand, you name it, the Nordic link will help you resolve it. So I'm going to give to you my profile, my variant on this, of this deck. It is very Metaphys heavy, but does use the Nordic with a small Nordic engine, and I'll explain why I've done that as I go. So without further ado, let's get into it. So first off, running through the Metaphys, because we all know what they do, we all know why they're good, is 3 Ragnarok, 3 Dalius, 3 Nephthys, 1 Tyrant. The reason though I've got only 1 Tyrant is because he doesn't help you that much. He's only just there as a big beta that can attack twice. But he does help you get some additional summons as far as my memory goes. Whoopsie-daisy. Yeah, he does get you additional summons by helping you unclog more Metaphys from your hand. But because, again, we have the Nordic link to help us with that, he's not as important. So that's why we only got him as a one-off. And then 2 decoys. Decoy is very helpful in the deck, especially with the Nordics as well. Just being able to get additional summons and that protection as well from attacks is very, very handy. And so that's the Metaphys stuff. The rounding, moving on to Nordics, I only play 3 Valkyrie and 3 Alvis. These are the only Nordics you play. The only reason for it is because you just need to resolve the Nordic summon once, and then you will have like 1 to 2 copies of Alvis in the graveyard to help you rotate into the next Nordics as they go. So with these levels, you can make 10 very easily. You'll summon your summon. For example, you open one of these. If you open one of these, you're golden. As far as I know, the monster can summon from the hand as well. Yeah, from your summon noise from your. Okay, so it has to be from the deck. Okay, that's fine. So the main thing is that you open up with one of these. Let's say you open up with Alvis. So you'll summon your copy of Alvis from your hand. You'll link into your Nordic link. Then you'll banish 3 copies from your hand. You'll summon 1 Valkyrie and 2 more copies of Alvis from your deck. And then you'll synchro summon into your Odin. Now, that's the only one you're actually going to properly synchro summon into, as Odin's a 4k beast, they can protect himself from card effect, from spells and traps on your turn, and nets you a draw if he revives himself, which is very helpful in terms of your deck's consistency and helps you net back some of the advantage that you had to banish away. But then, when that Nordic dies, Alvis has a graveyard effect, which you can banish her to summon another Nordic from your deck, from your extra deck, and that just literally rotates you into the next Nordics. And I think you can do that multiple. You can do that with the next one as well. Yeah, but, you can banish. Yeah, if an Azure monster in your possession is sent to graveyard by your opponent's card, you can banish this from the graveyard. Push summon Azure from the extra deck with a different name, from the one in your graveyard. You can only use that once per duel, which is fine. But if you're getting 2 Nordic, 2 Azure gods, you should be fine. If you wanted to, though, you could take in an additional level 4 non-tuner. The only one I'd probably go for is the blue one, Lusaf, which is level 4. That's the only one I would probably choose. but this is the ratio that I'm choosing to go with for now, and it's one that in my head works very well. To round out the monster, I do play 1 copy of Necrophase. You could bump this up to 2 if you also want to. I just feel like you only need 1. If you resolve 1, you should be fine. You should be winning. You shouldn't need more copies, especially in this build, considering your Nordic Link monsters doing most of the work as well. Moving on to spells, I play for the Metaphys ones 3 as Metaphys and 1 Metaphys Factor. You have many ways to search factors, so you should only need 1 copy. If you activate it, you should be fine. You should be good to go. And then the 3 copies of as Metaphys is to rotate through your deck and draw more cards. Then we play the obvious 3 gold sarcophagus, the one that I think is going to get hit on the ban list next format. On the next list, just because Thunder Dragon's a thing. 2 copies of Call by the Grave, that just like hand traps. 1 Monster Reborn and 1 copy of DDR. It's kind of like a Monster Reborn for just banished decks. Very, very handy. That's the spells. Moving on to the Metaphys traps, is 3 Metaphys Ascension and 1 Metaphys Dimension. Similar to the spell lineup, you shouldn't need more copies of this because it's very, very searchable. This you need to have 3 copies because it searches all your stuff. 2 copies of Glyphnia, the Fetters of Fenrir. The Nordic engine, though important, isn't crucial to search, which is why I'm only playing 2 copies of this. You can bump this up to 2 if you want to see the Nordic engine more often, but in my opinion, you should only need 2 just to help you get into that Nordic. Then the Solemn package of 2 strikes and 1 warning, and 1 power card in terms of Macrocosmos. So that's the main deck. Moving on to the extra deck is very, very small. The only cards you are really needing to play, again with most of these kind of decks, I'm only going to show you the crucial stuff. The rest is filler, and can be whatever you want. 2 copies of the Nordic Link. You should only really need to resolve it once, but just in case it does get solemned or something like that, you have 1 for backup. 1 Link 2 in the forms of Hypiosion. The whole deck is, other than Nordic, this is just all lights. Even the Valkyrie though is a light, so she helps as well. And then the Valkyrie Link as well is also light. So you should only need 1. You should only need to play Hypiosion just to give yourself a buff. Decode Talker and stuff like that, just for generic Link 3s. And for the Nordic package, you should only need 1 to 2 copies of Odin, 1 to 2 copies of Thor, and only 1 Loki, just as the fun tech, just to round up the trio. That's really all you need. By the way, I love my new ultimates. I will show them off in a future Nordic deck profiles. I've been playtesting with that deck a lot, and I'm happy where it is at the moment. But yeah, you should only need that ratio, and that should be good to go for that. And that, guys, is the deck. I hope you all enjoyed it. Leave your comments down below what you take of this build, how you would build it, what would your ratios be. I'd really like to hear your thoughts. So until next, as always, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, guys, as always, happy dueling.
What's up, YouTube? Thanks for watching that video. I hope you liked it. If you did, hit that like button. And of course, don't forget to hit that big red subscribe button in the bottom left-hand corner and the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything. We've got more deck profiles, duels, pack openings, and many more Yu-Gi-Oh videos coming up for you all year round. So don't forget to stay tuned for all of that. Thanks, and as always, guys, happy dueling.